All right, so Doug Jackson, Roanoke City Arts and Cultural Coordinator. Thank you so much for coming on Buzz for Good to talk about, this is the holiday season here in the Roanoke Valley, and I know a lot of our nonprofits have a lot of fantastic events over the holiday season, and thank you for coming on to share with us what some of those events are.
Oh, sure. Happy to. And I was thinking about this, and I wanted to kind of put it into like three different categories. And one is basically, I think the holidays are kind of a great time for creativity in general, and just that people make gifts and they make their stockings and they decorate their trees, etc. And then we've got some real traditions here that are fueled by the arts and cultural community. And then finally, when people come to visit, we might want to shake things up a little bit. And we've got a few things that might shake things up during the holiday season.
All right, well, let's go.
All right, so first, traditions. Center in the Square started with Roanoke County Illuminights last year or 2 years ago, and it's going strong. So it's a new tradition.
Yep, I was there last weekend.
Oh, excellent.
Just spectacular. It's lovely.
Fantastic. And the weather was probably good for you last weekend.
It was good. It was cold, but that kind of adds to that Christmassy feel to it.
I think it should be a requirement that it's cold.
Yeah, so that's at Explore Park, and it's kind of a joint fundraiser between Roanoke County and Center in the Square.
That's right. That's
okay.
right. So that's kind of a newer tradition.
Yeah.
And then, of course, it's not the holidays without the Nutcracker.
Of course.
And we've got a couple of Nutcracker options.
Okay.
So the Southwest Virginia Ballet does a Nutcracker, and that's coming up on the 11th and 12th. And then Roanoke Ballet Theater is doing a Nutcracker on the 17th and 18th.
Okay.
So 2 full weekends of Nutcracker.
I wonder if the Nutcrackers are ever going to battle each other based on which one you support. Should we support them both?
I think the more likely version is Godzilla versus the Nutcracker.
Okay.
Wow, I would enjoy that.
Yeah, that would be fun.
That would be.
Okay, so Southwest Virginia Ballets is December 11th and 12th at Berglund Center.
That's right.
And Roanoke Ballet Theaters
at Jefferson Center.
At Jefferson Center.
The following weekend.
Wonderful.
Yeah. And then, music makes the holidays as well.
Indeed.
And Roanoke Symphony Orchestra still has a couple of holiday events. And one is Holiday Brass, one of their destination concerts, and that's at Cave Spring United Methodist Church.
Okay.
And that's on December 10th. And it's their brass section. And I love brass. I'm a trumpet player, so I love brass.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and brass, certainly with the holidays. Now, I hear brass, and for some reason, I'm already thinking Christmas.
You do. Yeah.
More than other times of year for some reason. Oh, maybe like 4th of July, patriotic brass, marching band, that kind of thing. But,
yeah. I don't know why we think of brass so much for the holidays, but it's worth digging into.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
It's something to ponder while you're listening to music.
There you go.
On the 10th.
Okay. And so once again, that's at Cave Spring United Methodist on what day?
On the 10th.
Okay.
December 10th. And then Handel's Messiah, another tradition, and that's going to be on December 14th. And that's Roanoke Symphony Orchestra as well.
Okay, and that's going to be at
Schaffman Performing Hall at Jefferson Center.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was at the Roanoke College Lessons and Carol service this past weekend at St. Andrew's Catholic Church, and saw that they are actually going to be performing Handel's Messiah this Sunday at 4:00 at St. Andrew's.
Oh, fantastic.
So for those of you who want to go attend that as well, there's a beautiful choir.
Oh, yeah. College. I watched the video they did last year.
Mm-hmm.
They recorded a video of it last year, right? Or
I don't remember last year's, right?
By Zoom, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, and what a setting.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It was their Lessons and Carol service last weekend was just glorious. And I was struck by having been one of the more observant people when it comes to the pandemic and making sure that I'm not jeopardizing health and my family's health. We haven't done a whole lot of public events, but then being there in St. Andrews, of course, you were asked to wear masks. But being in there and hearing that glorious music live and in person, I was weeping. It was so beautiful.
Oh, wow.
So beautiful. Yeah. Just, kind of having been in the darkness for so long, felt like we're starting to see a little bit of light.
Yeah. And were they masked, the performers, or not?
A couple of the college kids were. Mm-hmm. However, Hidden Valley High School, their chorale was also performing, and because I believe they always have to be masked in school, they were masked during the performance, but still just a phenomenal sound.
Yeah. Wow. I'm sorry. I missed that.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah. And then, there's some things happening in the community still that are maybe a little less traditional. And there's a fantastic suite of exhibits at the Taubman Museum of Art.
Yep.
The Ruth E. Carter exhibit on Afrofuturism. It's a whole suite of kind of fashion exhibits. And it might be the kind of thing that you have an out-of-town guest who's here in the community, who comes to visit. And I was reflecting earlier this week on taking my dad somewhere, to see the opera, and I remember taking him to see an arts event that he wouldn't have necessarily signed up for.
Right.
But at the end of it, him saying, "Wow, this was fantastic," or it topped off the whole visit. So it might be worth surprising some guests and take it. It's not a real traditional Christmas thing, but you've got to do something when you've got out of town visitors, and the Taubman's a terrific place to take them.
Yes, and I was eyeing that exhibit as well because, first of all, Ruth E. Carter, for those who aren't familiar with her work, she's a nationally known designer for costumes for movies.
That's right.
And she designed the Black Panther costumes.
Yeah.
And that Black Panther costume is in this exhibit.
It is.
And I was eyeing going to that, but then I saw that, I believe in February, the Taubman is having a bourbon and Black Panther type event. So they had me with bourbon. And so I think I'm going to pencil in that date as well.
I think they might have thrown some bacon in there too. Is it bourbon, bacon, and Black Panther?
All the better. All the better. I love it.
So that's one thing. We have a couple of smaller performance venues. The Spot on Kirk, which does a fantastic job. They're having an event. It's a charity. It's a concert, and it supports charity. And it's the Off-White Betties, and it's going to be on December 23rd. And the funds go to Give Kids a World. It's a nonprofit.
Okay.
But that might be
nice.
Yeah.
Spot on Kirk on the 23rd. All right.
Yeah. And then if you New Year's Eve, we got to go all the way through New Year's, and 5 Points is having Dead Reckoning, which is a Grateful Dead cover band. So it might be one way to spend your New Year's Eve.
And that's 5 Points Music Sanctuary?
5 Points Music Sanctuary, yeah.
Okay, New Year's Eve. Excellent. I was actually looking for something to do on New Year's Eve, so that looks good.
That might be it.
Okay.
That might be it. And then, we mentioned creativity a little bit, and I've got one of my favorite things to do is just come down for one of the Dickens of a Christmas evenings, one of the Friday nights in December, or those first 3 Friday nights. And I always, go over and look at fashions for evergreens, the tree display at the Hotel Roanoke. And then whatever's happening with Dickens, and DRI, Downtown Roanoke Incorporated, always does something surprising with that. And this year, if you swing by, the galleries are always open.
Right.
And if you swing by the Market Gallery on a Friday night, you can make an origami ornament for your tree.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's worth doing. So
right. And which gallery is this?
That's Market Gallery.
Okay.
It's on Campbell Avenue, right down near the market.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else?
Well, I think that's it. But
okay.
my final message is, do take the time to kind of express your creativity. You might want to make a gift for somebody. And if you don't make a gift, another great alternative is to shop locally for your gifts.
Indeed. And I'm always big about giving experiences rather than things.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's a great time to give an experience. I gave a gift of a Roanoke Pinball Museum gift certificate, or actually membership, a couple of years ago to a good friend. So other experiences like that, I think, are a great way to support local nonprofits, and give something that kind of lasts.
Fantastic. Yeah. I can't wait to see what you give me.
Well, Doug, thank you so much, and happy holidays.
Happy holidays.